From the Pep Radio Newsroom, these are the stories we are covering at this hour. House Republicans passed a bill Tuesday to bar transgender student athletes from competing in girls' sports, putting the contentious issue front and center following an election cycle that saw it become a frequent target of Republicans. The Protection of Women and Girls in Sports Act would amend Title IX, the federal civil rights law prohibiting sex discrimination in schools and education programs that receive government funding, to prohibit schools from allowing transgender girls or women to participate in athletic programs or activities designated for women or girls. It defines sex as based solely on a person's reproductive biology and genetics at birth. The bill, which, if signed into law, would be the first standalone bill to restrict the rights of transgender Americans, passed in a 218 to 206 vote, with 2 Democrats joining all Republicans in support. 3 Republicans and 6 Democrats did not vote, and 1 Democrat voted present. Texas Representative Vicente Gonzalez and Henry Cuellar were the 2 lone Democratic yes votes. House Republicans brought the measure to the floor in the second full week of the 119th Congress, a sign that the conference sees the issue as a top priority over the next 2 years. Well, last week, GOP lawmakers cleared legislation addressing the border. And now this news from Illinois. The Illinois House and Senate have passed a bill that will make name changes for transgender people and victims of domestic violence easier, proponents say, but Republicans claim it's an invitation from Illinois for immigrant criminals to evade federal authorities and commit crimes in the land of Lincoln. The bill, an initiative of Equality Illinois, Planned Parenthood, the Coalition Against Sexual Assault, and the Coalition Against Domestic Violence, repeals a requirement for those seeking a name change to publish a notice in a local newspaper. Under current Illinois law, when someone changes their name due to marriage or divorce, they do not have to publish a notice in a newspaper. But when people change their names due to other reasons, they're required to publicize the changes. Mike Ziri, Public Policy Director for Equality Illinois, said his organization regularly hears from transgender people in Illinois who fear publishing details about their name change. House Bill 5164 passed the state Senate 33 to 16 on Sunday, while the House voted 71 to 38 in favor of it on Tuesday, according to Capitol News, Illinois. The bill goes into effect March 1st with a signature from Governor J.B. Pritzker, who is expected to sign it. And finally, Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene is now calling Representative Sarah McBride a groomer and a child predator, despite not having any evidence whatsoever that McBride had done either of those things. She also shared McBride's dead name on social media. Greene shared a clip from a Jazz and Friends National Day of School Community Readings event at which McBride spoke about Jazz Jennings, a trans television personality who has been open about her transition since a young age. In the video, McBride is holding a copy of I Am Jazz, Jennings' book. The events involved reading LGBTQ plus books to kids. She went to the doctor, and the doctor said that she's a girl, and everyone should treat her like a girl. McBride explains in the video to an audience of children at the Welcoming Schools event, which is to say they should call her Jazz, and they should treat her with respect. McBride explained that Jennings was a girl, but that people thought she was a boy, which is a common way of explaining trans identity. There is no reason to believe that Representative McBride is a groomer or a child predator. The video showed a part of a Jazz and Friends National School Day, Day of School and Community Readings event. The events are sponsored by the National Education Association and the Human Rights Campaign. They are both held in libraries and community centers, and sometimes in private homes, according to their website, and involve reading books to kids. The children in the video shared by Greene were likely attending with their parents or guardians. McBride is the first out trans member of Congress. Just after she was elected, Representative Nancy Mace, the Republican from South Carolina, introduced a resolution to ban McBride from using the women's facilities at the Capitol complex, despite how trans people have been working at and visiting the Capitol for years without incident. Speaker Mike Johnson, the Republican from Florida, enacted the rule without putting it up for a vote by the House. For more information about any of the stories covered on today's show, check out the PEP Radio page at paequality.com. Be sure to download the Live 365 app to take PEP Radio with you wherever you go. That's the news at this hour. Now back to more music on PEP Radio.